I fell off the wagon. I mean, not completely, I haven't regressed, but my splits progress is non-existent. Perhaps I should try the 75 hard challenge. I'm kidding, obviously. I stand by everything I said in my last video. But I do like the idea of the 75-day challenge. So here are the rules I made for myself. It's basically 75 hard, but without the stupid bullshit. Call it 75 medium or 75 hard enough, but I'm committed. I have my accountability partner, shout out Jordan. Let's go. I figured I'd make blackberry pancakes this morning, and the recipe is from this book, which I thrifted last year. And oh my god, this book is an absolute banger. I've made probably half of the recipes at this point, and they've pretty much all been a hit. For Father's Day, I made the blueberry cobbler with wild blackberries. So good. The key to cooking with stainless steel pans is you have to wait till it reaches the exact right temperature, otherwise, it's an absolute disaster. I switched to stainless steel cookware a long time ago because nonstick pans are toxic, especially as they start to degrade. But it was a frustrating experience because I didn't know how to use them properly. I learned from a cooking video that nonstick pans are not only carcinogenic, they ruined an entire generation by making us impatient and incompetent in the kitchen. Basic cooking skills were lost due to the hyperconvenience of the nonstick pan. To test the temperature, pour a little bit of water into the pan, and if it sizzles and evaporates, it's not ready yet. You want it to form beads that quickly join together. Then add the oil, and immediately after, the food. Do not disturb for a minute or so, and then your food should literally slide around in the pan.
Yes, science!
One of my favorite things to make in the summer is watermelon juice. Just throw a bunch of watermelon in a blender and add a few frozen strawberries, and you have the most refreshing combination. All the fiber is retained since you don't even need a juicer.
My brother, where do you intend to go tonight? I heard that you missed your connecting flight to the Blue Ridge Mountain over near
So
Tennessee.
I was sitting out here the other day, just quietly working, and I heard a rustling sound. Immediately texted my husband, come see, come see, come see.
Oh, it's a baby. Baby bear. Oh my god. Oh my god. Where is he going? Where is he going?
So, a couple weeks ago, I found myself in a bit of a reading slump, and I started falling behind on my reading goal, which I had set at 40 books this year instead of 52, and just nothing sounded interesting to me. But all it takes is one book to turn things around, and that's what happened when I picked up the Heartstopper series, which I didn't realize were graphic novels until I started reading them. So I flew through like the first three in 2 days. It's basically just a coming of age queer romance that takes place in England at an all boys school. Very wholesome. And the same day, I listened to Why Women Have Better Sex Under Socialism, which was only a 6-hour audiobook. If you're behind on your reading goal and feeling discouraged, I highly recommend finding a short audiobook or graphic novel series. And then I found myself in the perfect situation for another audiobook. Okay, story time. The other night at like 1 a.m., I was asleep, but my husband was still awake, which is actually kind of unusual for him. And he wakes me up all frantic because our kitchen is filled with smoke and he can't figure out where it's coming from. It smelled awful, like burning plastic, so I grabbed the dogs and immediately run outside to call 911, and I didn't think about the fact that I was wearing no pants and no shoes, so I'm just standing there in our gravel driveway, and of course it felt like forever for them to show up, which was only about 15 minutes, but still. Thank fucking God my husband was awake, because our smoke detectors never went off. turns out our microwave had caught on fire. The craziest part was when they got here, they just went inside with no masks on, just breathing in all this toxic burning plastic. And they were like, "Oh yeah, you're good to go back to sleep." Of course I couldn't fucking sleep. And we had to open all the windows in the house and run all our fans and air purifiers. And they were like, "Oh yeah, the smell should be gone by morning." But of course it wasn't. Okay, I have to jump in and say, since I sound extremely inconvenienced here, we are both so grateful that all this was an inconvenience. Like, it could have been so much worse. Thank God we were home, and thank God Ethan was awake. Also, the fire department said we prevented a pretty nasty kitchen fire by unplugging the microwave. Because when he first noticed the smoke, he started unplugging all of our appliances, which fortunately kept the fire contained to the microwave. We love our house, and we're very glad it didn't burn down. So I spent the whole next day on like 2 hours of sleep, deep cleaning our house and like wiping soot off our cabinets, just praying that we didn't have smoke damage. And I did like 1,000 loads of laundry and had to take apart our couch to wash the covers. But yeah, this impromptu deep cleaning session was the perfect opportunity to blow through another audiobook. So now I'm addicted to Frida McFadden books, which are not good, okay? But they are very entertaining. Like, they definitely require a lot of suspension of disbelief. And that's how I went from being behind on my reading goal to 4 books ahead of schedule. Also, shout out to my brother for letting us borrow his carbon filter thingy because the smell is pretty much gone. So, I love living in nature and being surrounded by wildlife, but one of the downsides is having to constantly vacuum mouse poop through our car. Our car used to be absolutely filthy, like, we were not in the habit of cleaning out food wrappers and stuff, so a mouse took up residence. I first noticed when I opened the glove box and there was this nest of shredded up napkins. If it wasn't a safety hazard, I'd just let them live there, but apparently mice can chew up wires in your engine and they shit everywhere, so that's not good. So I caught the little guy in a humane mouse trap and took him 2 miles away. And then I sprayed the entire car with this natural peppermint rodent repellent, but I don't know what to do at this point because they keep coming back. I was worried for a sec that I was gonna get hantavirus given how much contact I've had with wild mouse droppings, but fortunately it's really rare east of the Mississippi. Also, thank God Lyme disease is rare in the South because the amount of ticks we found on our dogs and in our bed is horrific. I don't want to talk about it, okay? I'm constantly stripping our sheets, and yes, our dogs are on flea and tick medication, and no, they're not bed bugs. If you're thinking, why do you let your dog sleep in your bed? At this point, there is no going back. If you know, you know.
Did you eat the blackberries, Mowgli? Did you eat the blackberries I just picked?